So basically, I just wanted to really talk about something that is very serious. Like, what is going on with our favorite nostalgic YouTubers? And this is a crime scene, and this is an investigation. So if there's any further notice, then I shall start this video off by talking about this weird, strange disappearance, because we all deserve our happily ever after closure. Crime scene number 1, starting off with Inquisitor Master. I'm sure there's been a lot of talk about this one. Literally. Okay, so basically Inquisitor Master has 10 million subscribers, and this was such a nostalgic channel for all of us. We all remember the squad and the funny videos, until some of the members started leaving, which kind of sucked, and the authenticness disappeared. And then for a very long time, they just kept doing Among Us videos, and it got a little interesting. And then they started using these VTuber models instead of their PNG models, which changed a lot. And then there was drama between Zach and Alex. We don't need to get into that. And then basically the group kind of changed, adding Jax, Sora. Luca kind of disappeared, but Levi, Charlie stayed, but just with a new voice actor, etc. Then Alex leaves, and we're left with this 10. Then we're left with like this months go by, and we're left with the new squad members that aren't OG or authentic. We remember Drake, Light, and Zach, and Alex, and Jade, of course, because Jade was one of the funny members, and this is what we all remember, right? Right. The funny videos that seemed to never end until they finally did. But yeah, Alex basically told us why she left, and we got a little hint but never closure to the Inquisitor Master channel. But you guys can basically go see that. But yeah, when Alex left, the squad continued on with the channel, and it just wasn't the same anymore. But we actually get the reason why later on. So Alex starts a couple new channels, and she revives the Princess Alex channel, saying that she probably won't revive Inquisitor Master, which is honestly okay. And she has a makeover, changes her hair pink, and a lot of people call it Asian fishing, and she has been getting a lot of hate. And remember, guys, behind the screen is a real human being, and we should always respect their choices. And I think we should not disrespect them and hate on them for their actions. And yeah, basically, we should be okay with change sometimes. And if it's okay to miss the characters that we used to enjoy watching as when we were younger, like Inquisitor Master. But unfortunately, Inquisitor Master has died, and we are now left with the new and improved Princess Alex. And now we have to accept that. It's very sad. I have nothing bad to say about It's Funny, because I like how they're kind of sticking to the OG kind of vibes. So they're not really in this case. Cookie Swirl C, though, has changed drastically. She went from a toys channel to a gaming channel, which isn't that bad, but it's the VTuber that has changed. She used to do Roblox videos and that, but now she is using this VTuber model, and it's just not the same. Cookie Swirl C always hits differently, because most of us grew up with the toys and the nostalgicness, and like I said before, we have to accept change and accept some of their choices they're making. If we're going to talk about other YouTubers that made bad choices, we don't have to accept those bad choices. But we do have to acknowledge that those choices are them making those choices, not us. So it's not our fault. But, like, I'm always going to miss the OG Cookie Swirl C. She recently has done washing my old toys, like washing them and cleaning them and reorganizing them videos, which is cool and all, but just will never be the same. Come Play With Me was such a nostalgic toy show that most of us grew up on, and I can't even lie, the videos were entertaining. Yes, they were. But in the newer videos, the intro kind of changed, and the sounds, and it just doesn't hit the same as the OG videos that we all loved. I really loved how the girls in the video played with their toys, and no matter how old they got, but something was just oddly suspicious about the video sometimes. Like, are these pre-recorded videos from the past and they're just uploading to drag content? I don't know, but this Come Play With Me will always have a special place in my heart. Okay, Ellie and I does not need a title, so that's why I kind of did not put, like, this case, because this one really isn't even a case. The disappearance is no surprise. None of this is a surprise anymore, because now we have information on what happened. Basically, we all grew up with Ellie and Aya. This was, yes, we loved them. Yes. But the thing is, they stopped. They've been gone for years. For longer than Inquisitor Master, longer than other YouTubers. These guys have been gone. And we know why. But I'm not going to get into that because I don't know. Actually, I will. I changed my mind. They left because the parents got divorced or whatever. And yeah, they basically came back and they clarified that Ellie and I both have their own channels now. They're older, they're into makeup, they have a little sister. And yeah, they're basically mature, but it will never hit the same. Never. So, yeah, Rebecca Zamolo is a huge case. She has not disappeared. Well, the originality has. So, basically, we're left with this AI version of Rebecca Zamolo using her daughter for most of our videos. I'm curious about how 2 to 3, 5, I don't know how old Zadie is, but I used to watch her back in 2020 when the videos were actually good. Like when Maddie, Daniel, and they had a game master, and yeah, it was actually juicy back then. But now she uses her daughter for most of her videos. I feel there's no harm to it, but it's just no longer authentic, and then you start to suck the air out of it when you use the same essence for a million times. It just gets kind of old, and it's quite sad that this happened. The Megan Plays situation is quite sad, but talking about Megan Plays as a YouTuber is honestly, she's basically a legend to the OG YouTuber society, basically building up YouTube itself. And this is literally, when we talk about nostalgia, we talk about Megan Plays and Creekcraft and Flamingo. Yeah, basically those guys. And we cannot, it's kind of like sad to say Leah Ash is one of the YouTubers we grew up on, because like it's quite unfortunate to say it now, because now she's, what she did, we can't deny what she did, because what she did was wrong. But remember, guys, these are real human beings behind the camera, and we gotta be like, beware and be careful of what we say about them, because yeah, they, so much hate on these YouTubers, like, especially Leah Ash right now. It's kind of wild, but reasonable. But instead of hating, we also can say thank you to these YouTubers for a great childhood and great nostalgia we can look back on. Even though we don't have the happily ever after ending or closure that we definitely deserve, we can still be grateful for the memories we do have. Because one of my favorite quotes by Dr. Seuss is where he says, "Don't be sad that your favorite memories are over. Be happy that they happened." I can officially say, case closed.